Today we are going to see a PN junction diode in forward bias. Biasing means connecting a battery or a cell across a PN junction diode. So in the previous class you have seen what is meant by a PN junction diode. A PN junction diode has two types of semiconductors. One is N type and P type. They are very close together. We can see that here in this PN junction diode, this side is P side and this is N side. P side has large number of electron holes, N side has large number of electrons. And there is a region in this side. This region is called a depletion region. The depletion region do not contain electrons or holes. So they are depleted of free charge carriers. That's why the name is given, that is depletion region. And the depletion region has a barrier potential, and this is the direction of the barrier potential, that is from positive side to negative side. So inside a diode there is a barrier potential across a junction. Okay, now we will see how does it perform when we connect an external battery, external power supply. Okay, so we have seen the barrier potential. When there is no external power supply, there is a very high barrier potential. Now we can see the diagram. This is a lower potential corresponding to the negative charges, and for the positive charges there is a high potential. Now I have marked a number 1 here. So 1 means there is no battery connected. So when there is no battery connected, there is a high potential difference between the lower potential, that is a negative corresponding to the negative charge carriers, and positive corresponding to the this one higher potential due to positive charge carriers. So the width of potential barrier is very large. We can mark as V0. Okay. Now this is the width of depletion region. I will say mark it as W1. W1 is the width of depletion region when there is no battery connected. Okay, that is situation number 1. Now see what happens when we connect P side to high potential and N side to low potential. That is, if we connect a variable power supply like this, P side is connected to positive of a battery and negative is connected to N side of the N side. Okay, N side connected to negative of the battery and P side connected to positive of the battery. Now here what happens is, this is positive terminal, here will be high positive potential, here will be high negative potential. So what happens? This negative potential repel all the electrons in N side. These electrons will be repelled from N side. It move towards a junction because it has got some potential. For example, let us consider the potential value 0.4 volt. Now I am applying potential of around 0.4 volt. Let us choose the semiconductor, that is silicon. Silicon has a barrier potential about 0.7 volt. Now I have applied a voltage of 0.4 volt. So this 0.4 volt is applied in this direction because this is a positive side. So what is the direction of the applied potential? This is the direction of applied potential. What is the direction of barrier potential in opposite direction? So what about the net potential? Net potential goes on decreasing. So we can write net potential difference is equal to, we can write V0 minus V. V0 minus V. V is the applied potential and V0 is the barrier potential. So the barrier potential goes on decreasing. Okay, I have applied only 0.4 volt. So now at this condition, what happens is, many electrons will be repelled from negative side, many holes will be repelled from positive. There is a pressure. These positive side pressurize these holes to move away from this side, from this end. So these holes will move towards the junction. Electrons also will move towards the junction. So what will happen? Many electrons enter to this region, many holes enter to this region. So we can see that the width of depletion region goes on decreasing. When electrons enter to the depletion region, so the width of depletion region should go on decreasing. Depletion region means the region which do not contain any free charge carriers. But now this region, you can see here, this region now contain electrons. Now there is no positive ions, only electrons here. Here we can see 3 ions, negative ions. Since the holes come to this region, these negative ions will be neutralized. This positive ions also will be neutralized. So we can see many electrons occupying this region, many holes occupying this region. What happens to the width of depletion region? W1 is large compared to W2. So width of depletion region goes on decreasing. That's the effect of forward biasing. When we forward bias a PN junction diode, the width of depletion region goes on decreasing because the applied potential is in opposite direction to that of the barrier potential. So this potential difference goes on decreasing. This is situation now. Situation 2. This is a diagram 2. In situation 2, what we have applied? We applied a potential of around 0.4 volt. Our barrier potential is 0.7. What's the net potential now? 0.7 minus 0.4 is 0.3. So it has decreased from 0.7 to 0.3. So the net potential difference across the barrier decreases. So more and more electrons will move from this n side towards the depletion region. Holes move from p side towards the depletion region. So the width of depletion goes on decreasing. Now we can write W1 is more, W2 is less. So depletion region has less width. Now, so what is the effect of this forward biasing? The main effect of forward biasing is that it decreases the width. So decreases the width of depletion region. The width of depletion region. That's the first effect. Depletion region. So what happens when the width of depletion decreases? More electrons can move towards the junction. More holes can move towards the junction from p side. That is possible. So we can see that many electrons are moving towards the junction and holes are also moving towards them. Why it is moving? Because the holes at p side will experience a pressure from this side, because here we have positive potential to repel all the holes. This negative potential will repel all the electrons away from these two ends. So from these two ends, they experience a force towards the junction. And we can see that now what is the width here? Now width is decreased. Now this is only the width. Okay, situation number 2. Now if you further increase the voltage, I have increased the voltage from 0.4 to 0.6. Again I have increased the voltage. When I further increase the voltage, what happens is the width further decreases. Okay, more electrons will come, enter in the depletion region at this side. More holes enter at this side. So we can see there's a slight mistake here. These are positive ions. So more electrons will enter to the depletion region. Here also more holes enter depletion region, and the more immobile ions, positive and negative ions, will be neutralized there. Okay. Now the further the width of depletion region decreases. Now we can see the variation here. Situation number 3. We increase the voltage from 0.4 to 0.6. Now the width of depletion region again goes on decreasing. Barrier potential also decreases. This was the initial barrier potential. Now this is the width. Now this is the width. Okay. The value of barrier potential goes on decreasing. This gives an opportunity for the electrons to cross the junction. Also, holes also can cross the junction. From p side, it can cross the junction. So an opportunity is created by reducing the potential barrier. Okay. Now, so what is the effect of a forward bias? The effect of forward bias is that it will decrease the width of the depletion region. Now what happens if we increase the voltage further, more than 0.7 volt? What happens is the depletion region will be collapsed. There will not be any depletion region. It will completely collapse. Okay. So many electrons can cross the junction. Many holes also can cross the junction. Many electrons move from n side to p side. Many holes move from p side to n side. Okay. When electrons come to p side, from n side to p side, they are the minority carriers. Okay, actually in p side we have majority holes. When electrons come to this side, they are minority here. Similarly, holes move to this side. Holes will be actually minority carriers here, but they are repelled from this side, they will move here. So electrons move from n side to p side, holes move from p side to n side. Okay, this process is called a minority carrier injection. So this phenomenon, I'll write that minority carrier injection. Actually, minority carriers are injected from one side to other side. Minority carrier injection, that is from n side electrons move to the p side. Means p side electrons are minority carriers, so they are injected from n side to p side. Holes move from p side to n side because of forward bias. So holes are minority carriers here. So this process is called a minority carrier injection. Here we can see there will be two currents. Current due to diffusion of holes and current due to diffusion of electrons. Electrons move in this direction, hole move in opposite direction. But with the net current will be constituted by both the hole diffusion current as well as the electron diffusion current. So now what happens is when it is collapsed, when the depletion is collapsed, electrons will from the negative side, electrons will start to move. They will move like this and they will constitute a current. Means if you place an ammeter here, if you connect an ammeter here, there will be current shown by the ammeter. Ammeter will resist some current, but the current will be in the range of milliampere range. So the current during forward bias will be in the range of milliampere. So it will measure milliampere current. Now we can say that the electrons are moving from starting from negative side. They will move to through the junction and they will reach here like this. Holes also move in the opposite direction. So from negative side electrons start to move, it will reach in the opposite side. This is called a current conduction. During forward bias, a p-n junction diode behave like a conductor. So resistance will be very less. Actually, the depletion region was creating some resistance. Now the resistance goes on decreasing and it will behave like a conductor. Okay, so under forward bias, we can compare the p-n junction diode with that of a good conductor. Okay, it will conduct. During forward bias, a p-n junction diode will conduct. So we have seen 4 diagrams here. This diagram, a p-n junction diode having large width of depletion region with a no bias, no battery connected. Here with a bias applied, a battery connected forward bias, P side to positive and N side to negative. Applied voltage less than barrier potential. Now we increase the applied potential from 0.4 to 0.6, again more than 0.7. In each case we can see that width of depletion region, I will draw width of depletion W1 greater than W2, it is further greater than W3. So W3 will be least. Width of depletion region goes on large width, small width, again continuously decreases. The width of depletion decreases and finally it collapses when we apply potential more than 0.7 volt. Okay, this is forward biasing. p-n junction diode under forward bias. I hope that you have understood. In next class you will see what is meant by reverse biasing. Okay, thank you.